Hello. My name is Daniel. I'm 23 years old. I'm currently in the Sacred Valley of Peru, and I just finished 2 nights of my first time of taking ayahuasca. And my intention for this video is to share my experiences with this plant medicine. And if you currently are feeling the call, if you're currently feeling doubts about ayahuasca, I ask that you listen to this video with an open heart, open mind, and maybe it's of service to someone. I've never really taken these kind of videos before, but I was feeling the call to take it this morning. So, Mother Ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is truly a medicine that is designed to help you clean your inner temple so you can connect more with the divine. Many misconceptions and many people believe and think that the plant medicine, ayahuasca, can have some demonic kind of energy, or it's disconnected from source, from God. But after my 2 nights of doing it, I can say that it is truly interconnected. Ayahuasca is a plant medicine that has been used for thousands of years, and it's for us to clean ourselves. She is this motherly spirit who's here to guide us, to clean us, anything that's not serving inside of us, so we can really feel connected to ourselves again, feel connected to this inner temple. And every time you partake of this medicine, it's taking off layers of yourself. I'm going to share my experience from the first night and the second night and explain a little deeper into this on cleaning out the layers. So I booked this ayahuasca ceremony 2 months ago, and when I booked it, it felt really right. I felt, when you feel this call, you know it. And honestly, something I can say looking back is truly the ceremony starts when you say yes. The ceremony starts when you get on that plane. Every walk you make, it's all part of the grand ceremony. That part is almost more important. There's this purifying process, right? The dieta. Even though I honestly, I failed many times doing it, but when you make that commitment to say yes, and you know you have this direction to sit with Mother, you can already start to feel her guidance. You can feel her motherly energy and guiding the right people into your path, the right messages. Every step of the way, even when you fall, it's all part of this grand ceremony. I'm doing it with Wilkamayu Spirit here in Sacred Valley, and I'm going to drop it in the description below. I highly recommend them. The maestros, the people who facilitate it, they truly come from a place of heart, and they are sharing this wisdom with a ton of love that you can tell they actually care about the people going into it. Because I was skeptical when I was choosing a place, and I advise that before you choose a place and you read online, feel in your heart if it feels right. Feel in your heart if that is the place where you need to be taking the medicine. But as soon as we got here, I just felt so much love. It felt right. And the whole experience is going to be guided from the heart, knowing that it feels right. So sitting in this ceremony, sitting down and take the first cup. And, I was actually really surprised. The taste didn't bother me too much. And, when I took it, my intention going into this ceremony was to embrace fear that I have for the unknown, to embrace death. I've lost some loved ones in my life the past couple years, and this fear of death has been coming in pretty prominent in my life, and maybe some of you watching this can relate. The truth is, it can be scary, not knowing the unknown, and my intention taking this medicine was to fully embrace that. So take the medicine, and an hour goes by. I'm not really feeling much at all. My thoughts are starting to feel more clear, but after an hour 20, I remember I started to lose my patience a little bit. I was sitting with it, and I was like, God damn, when am I gonna feel it? And that's totally normal, this anticipation energy. And I was trying to go back to my intention. I wasn't fully sitting with it. I wasn't fully surrendering. And I remember there's someone in the room. I was doing with another couple, and she was already purging. I remember hearing this. I'm like, okay, she's already feeling the medicine. Did a second cup. not really feeling much. And another hour goes by, I take a third. I remember I go to the bathroom and I come back, and I just remember feeling stuck and feeling like there's something inside of me that needs to get out, or something that I need to invite inside, but I couldn't really figure out how to do that. And I remember telling the maestro and the maestra, and I was telling her this, she was rubbing my heart. She told me, just remember, trust the process, trust the process. You are in a place of love. Remember, always go back to your heart. I remember feeling that. I was like, okay, wow, yeah, that feels really good. Trust the process. And I sat down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit with this. I'm gonna trust this. And of course, sometimes you have these doubts come in, like, am I worthy of this? And something I'm learning is 100% you're always worthy of love. And when you feel that call to take this medicine, she is going to guide you exactly where it needs to be, and trust and surrender to that. So I'm trusting, surrendering to it. And the maestro and the maestra, they start singing the icoros. And as he's singing these icoros, I'm breathing in the music and I'm feeling it fill me up, filling up my lungs. And as I'm doing that, I'm putting my hand in my heart. For some reason, I keep doing this now. But I felt like I was charging my heart as I was doing this. And it was like a very continuous flowy motion. I'll breathe in, breathe out on top. And I was starting to charge myself with this love, with this self-recognition that, I'm here, I'm safe. And as I'm feeling this, my mom comes into my head. My mom is from Chile. Decided to actually come here to South America to connect more with my Latino roots. That was part of my intention. She came into my head, and I remember seeing this sorrowfulness in her face, this sadness, and this love that she has for her parents. My grandparents passed away a few years back, and so did her sister. And I'm planning on going to Chile in a few weeks to meet with my mom out there and see the motherland with my mother. And sitting here with Mother Ayahuasca, it was this very connective kind of energy. And I started to feel this love, and then I look to my left and I feel this presence and this energy come in. And it was the spirits of my ancestors from my South American side. And I felt my grandparents, I felt my abuelito, mi abuelita, and it was this reminder of like, we're with you. We're always going to be guiding you. Like, don't worry. We're with you. We're with you. We're with you. And I started crying. I was just bawling, feeling this love. And I recognized the time when I was feeling stuck was not me not allowing in that energy, allowing in this energy from my guides, right? From the South American side of my family. I remember embodying this and feeling this blood inside of me, of this pure South American side, and just feeling this warmth. And during this time, I felt like the room was just one giant hug. Mother Ayahuasca has a very, very motherly energy, and she was very sweet with me during this time, the first night, very, very soft. And I remember laying down and I went back to my intention. I was like, this is beautiful, connecting with my guides and everything. But I was going back to my intention. I was saying out loud, like, how do I embrace fear? I embrace death. And they were kind of just like, it was kind of like an aha moment. And they were just like, we're giving you this love right now. We are in a place of love. There's nothing to be scared of death. Death does not exist. It's a transcendental process. You elevate, and then you have this chance to be able to share this love with others, share this love with your families. And it's all interconnected. And I remember feeling that, and I kind of laughed to myself. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, there's this fear kind of lifted off. And I was like, wow, it's truly a transcendental process, so we can experience more love. And that's why we're here on earth right now, is we are in this school learning, having these experiences, good experiences and bad experiences, and then so we can be able to clean our inner temple and eventually transcend into the next process. And sitting with this energy, I was feeling so much love, feeling just reunited. I've never met my abuelita. I barely got to know my abuelito. but I felt this energy and this love. I remember feeling this need. I was like, I want my mom to experience this. I want her here. And that's the thing about, every time you take plant medicine, you have this feeling you want to share it. You want to share all this love you have inside of you. And I was asking Mother, it's like, what do I do with all this energy I have that I can't contain? And she said, feel it, and share it. Share it the best you can. And, this video might be one of the ways. It's simply just you embodying the energy and being the light you are and being of service of other people. There are so many ways you can share it. It doesn't have to simply be you should go take this plant medicine, take ayahuasca, but it's simply sharing this love. Just feel it and share it. And after that, I felt the need to, I was like, okay, I'm feeling good now. I think I can go to bed. It was like, I was very surprised. I was like, I'm not getting too much visual, but I'm going to go to my room now. Told the maestros, like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I feel good. And I went to my room, and yeah, I was feeling this love, feeling this energy, laying down in bed, still feeling just held, just completely held by my ancestors, embodying this South American side of me, feeling the blankets and the warmth, and it was just amazing. I was listening to mantras and kirtan music going to bed, and then I was listening to one of the songs, and then the songs started changing a little bit. It sounded like it was in layers. I was like, okay, that's strange, the audio's changing. I opened my eyes, and like that, all of a sudden, boom, I was in a higher dimension. It's like, shit. Third cup sitting in, and I left too early. So now I'm in a whole new headspace. The medicine's really kicked in. Everything is looking like very alien-like and very primitive, but very DMT-like. And I was looking outside, feeling the river, and it was like pouring inside, and I was feeling the nature, and I was like, okay, this is intense. I wasn't expecting this. I was already satisfied with the message I got the first time, but now I have to sit with this. I'm out with the shamans right now. So I stood up, and I was like, I gotta go back. And I was kind of like stumbling, but I was hearing the music, and it was like still like this comfort around me. But I opened the door, and outside the door is this grassy backyard before you enter into the other room. And I open it, and I just look outside, and I see the stars, and it's just the cosmos are just pouring onto me, and it's like the beauty is just so overwhelming. But I didn't know what to do. I was like, do I sit with this right now, or do I go back inside and sit with the shamans? And I open the door, and I creak inside, and I realized the other two people who were in ceremony, they already went to bed too, and the maestros left. And I'm like, okay, I'm on my own with this one. But I decided to just sit in there. I laid down. Okay, I'm gonna sit with this. And I'll be honest, there's a lot of resistance. First night for me, when I went into this deeper experience, there was a lot of resistance going on. And as I was sitting down, I laying down, had my eyes closed, and I started getting these closed-eyed visuals. And sometimes it will get kind of dark. And something I want to say is that whenever you get a dark image, you feel like a dark, entity. Maestro taught us this mantra to use, and it's, I accept you with love. I let you go with love. Leave my mind, leave my body. Gracias, gracias. Thank you, thank you. And, from this, you are accepting it, you're feeling it with love, but you also have the right to disinvite it away. And so I was doing that mantra many times, and during this time I remember thinking, I was like, hey, I'm on my own on this one. But it clicked to me, and I'm like, I'm my own medicine. I have my hands here, this is medicine, putting it in my heart, breathing, coming back, and I was fine, I'm safe. We are medicine. And Mother Ayahuasca is here to show us that and cleans us so we can feel that. And I'm getting this vision now my first kind of vision, and I'm in this world, I'm in this room, and I'm sitting with Maestro Kamaski, which means server, service of the divine, server of God. And I was sitting with him in this room, and I felt like I was like a protector, a guardian with him. And it was really strange because I felt like I knew this role as like another life I've had before. And there was this beautiful rainbow heart right next to me. And it was like it felt like a bow and arrow, but it was more like this weapon, a protection to keep you from darkness. And I was sitting here, and I was like, I had this role where I was sitting there as his guardian with him. And but during this time, my ego is still creeping in. I was like not fully letting go, and I felt this need to purge. Finally got up, stumbled to the bathroom through the darkness, through the visuals I was seeing, opened the door, purged, medicine slowed down, and I was like, okay, I should probably get back to my room now. I went outside, opened my door, and I was like, shit, am I even in my room right now? I couldn't tell, but I was hearing the music in the distance, playing on my phone that I left it there. It was Sitaram. I don't know the artist's name, but Sitaram was playing, and I walked down. I'm following the music through this darkness, and I find my phone, turn it on, and I have this painting that Alex Gray did of Christ, the Law of One, and he was just staring at me, and it was 11:11, and I was just, I'm back. Went into bed, had some visions of alpacas, millions of alpacas surrounding me with love, feeling like family, and feeling like it was this very South American, like Andean kind of energy, this visions I was having. And next day I talked to Maestro, and he actually told me that alpacas here for people are family. You know, they celebrate with them, they have parties with them, they decorate them, do their hair, and I was really feeling that energy of the alpaca family. Part of me in that moment, I was like, damn, I would love to just be a shepherd and just drop out of life and just be a shepherd for alpacas. Very funny. But anyways, fell asleep, woke up, and I was like, okay, that was a beautiful experience. Next day, oh my gosh, you just feel so open-hearted, and I was just filled with so much love and compassion. I remember I called my mom, and it was just like I wanted to cry. Couldn't open up to her fully about the medicine I took, but I was telling her, you know, I feel a lot of love for you. I feel a lot of love for this abuelito and abuelita. I'm feeling them traveling here, and it was very beautiful. And from that experience, I got to play around a little bit with this compassion I had, completely open-hearted, be able to show genuine interest, people in open heart, because I'll be honest, I've been a little close-hearted at times. Sometimes I've just been too focused on my next goal, my next destination, where I forget what's actually in front of you. And the next destination, it's all around us. It's right here. And when we sit with that in a place of love, it's going to guide us into the next place. Setting this open heart, but part of me was like, hey, tonight when I take ayahuasca again, I truly want to do it with having this open heart, but I need to surrender more. There's many resistance yesterday. I feel like Mother showed me I am protected, and she showed me that there's nothing to worry about, to trust me. And I needed that first night to recognize that trust, to feel this guidance of my ancestors with me, of pure love, and to be able to step in to this next ceremony. And already going into this next ceremony, we now had another maestro with us, John, facilitator at Wilkin Mayu. And he had all his instruments and his toys for the music, for guiding us. And I remember sitting down already feeling a lot calmer. The first time I took it, my heart was pounding, I was a little nervous, and this time I was feeling very open-hearted, very respectful. And I took it. They knew my doses, so I took 2 cups the first time instead of just 1. And this time as I'm waiting for it, I'm sitting now with more patience, with more honor, respect, and sorry, there's so many flies around here. But I'm sitting there with so much honor and respect and love, and sitting this medicine. And later, when I have the third cup, I'm already really starting to feel it as I'm already taking this cup. And I'm like, okay, I need to lay down. And I'm laying down, and instantly I am feeling the energy of ayahuasca come in. And it's just very primal, alien-like kind of energy swimming through me. And I felt her enter in, and it's almost like I was doing there's like an energetic surgery kind of going on inside of me. And, you know, as I'm feeling this, I'm fully surrendering, and everything was feeling very synchronized. I remember at one point I felt the need to purge, and I had my bucket right there. As I got up, I was just breathing in it, and then the maestros, instantly it's like they know and they feel it and recognize it, and they're doing this like whistling, calming me down from the distance. But it was like, I haven't fully purged yet, but it felt like just like this, just breathe. And I was feeling that through their whispers and through their whistles. But nothing happened. Ayahuasca was like, lay back down. We got some more surgery to do. And I laid back down. Okay. And I'm feeling these colorful energies kind of come inside of me. I'm feeling these other beings doing this energy work, and I'm fully open to it. I remember feeling like, okay, this is truly medicine. I'm actually being healed in some dark places of myself. And then, you know, as I'm laying there, I felt the need to get up. I was like, okay, here we go. And as I'm puking, I feel this darkness inside of me that I've had built up for so long just completely leave me. And Maestro comes up to me and he's patting me with a feather. And they do this interconnected things that feel so right, and so, the best way is like, it's so anciently correct. And as I was like puking, I just remember, it's really uncomfortable first off, but I remember feeling this comfort from them. And after I finished, he was just saying, gracias ayahuasca, gracias Pachamama. And I remember looking down, and I was like actually feeling this gratitude of like, oh my gosh, no, thank you ayahuasca, thank you Pachamama. I felt the support of Mother Earth, and I felt the gratitude for ayahuasca. And this gratitude that I felt, it became my guidance. And I remember looking up and looking at maestros, and I remember seeing them truly as servers. I saw them as these friends of ayahuasca, and I felt safe. I remember first time recognizing that ayahuasca and God are interconnected, that this medicine is here for us in order for us to connect more with Him, more with the divine, whatever you call it, the universe, source, you know, the waiter of this universe, right? And I recognized it's like, hey, this is positive, this is good. And looking at them, I felt this brotherly connection to them. Even the colors they're wearing, the poncho, you know, the hats, the belts, it just felt so right. And I laid back down, and then now they told me like, lay back down, sit with her. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go sit with her now. I'm sitting with Mother, and I close my eyes, and I'm in this world of these visuals, and it's like these spirals kind of surrounding me, and they're slightly moving. And I was sitting there waiting. I was like, it's kind of quiet. Like nothing's really happening. But I was at peace. I was like content. But I felt like I was in this waiting room, and Mother was waiting for me to ask something. And that's the thing about ayahuasca, is that she is willing to hear from you. You know, you have your intention, which is your pillar, and she's going to take you in many different directions, many different places, but it always comes back to that pillar and that intention. But she's going to show you what you need in different places. But if you don't have this pillar, this intention, it can go in so many different places, and it can get that's when it can get a little confusing. But I was sitting there, and I really just felt like I was in this space where in this waiting room, right? And I'm sitting there, and she's waiting for me, and I just say, Mother, I want to learn more about you. You know, yesterday you showed me that I have this love inside of me, that I have my guides, my ancestors with me. I feel that connection. I'm feeling connected to my South American side. I want to learn more about myself. I want to learn more about you. And then as I felt that, it's like these visuals just stopped moving, and then it just carried me into this this white temple, this like white building pillar, and I'm slowly climbing up it. I'm just climbing up it. Maestro, he's now singing these icaros and these songs of the plants. And I remember at first I was resistant to the icaros. I'm like, hey, my ego was like, this sounds a little strange, but now I'm like, I'm gonna accept it. I accepted it with love, and I felt these icaros now coming in this building with me, and it was carrying me up. And I felt his smile. I was feeling this love, and this laughter, like these very beautiful, pure, childlike energies coming up and carrying me up. And I'm seeing these like colors and his smile coming in. And as I'm carrying up, I look up, and then there's this eagle looking down at me. I was like, una águila. I was like, I want to get closer to this eagle, feeling this joy from it. And I get closer to it, and it's kind of going further away, but then I get closer to it, and then it takes me out of this building now into this beautiful, colorful garden world that I felt connected to. I was like, oh my gosh, I've been here before. I remember I was rubbing my stomach, and for some reason rubbing my stomach, I felt even more connected to Mother Ayahuasca. And later on I found out she was showing me her room, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I feel I've been here before. What is this place? And it clicked to me. But ever since I was a little kid, I've had these dreams of going to this colorful garden world that felt like home. And I've had them many times as a little kid, reoccurring, and I always felt like I was literally like a home. Like I would go there to this other world, and I'm like, I had like, I don't know, like I felt this belonging, and very playful, running around, and I felt like I was with another mother there, and a father. And I'm sitting there, and it hit me. I'm like, this is the place that I've been trying to wrap my head around. I'm 23, probably started having these dreams when I was like 8, really young, but for so many years, right? Anyways, I start crying because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm home. And my maestro was playing this flute, and this flute music just resonated so deep within my heart. And I felt like I was just playing in this world. And even when I opened my eyes and looked around in the actual room, I felt even that was home. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is my pure essence. And as I'm crying, I then feel my younger self. I feel my inner child coming out, and I just start crying. I give him the biggest hug, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have missed you so much. And as I'm hugging him, I'm feeling this compassion, this love. And then I invite I'm the youngest in my family of 3 older siblings, and I invite them in, and it's all their inner child, and we're all playing together. And I am thanking my brother for his role he has played in my life, this older brother energy ever since I was a little kid, getting me into skateboarding, and now guiding me with business and career, and also showing me the world of plant medicine. And I was just thanking him. And so my sister Melanie, and I remember recognizing that we have this very similar role in this energy and this purpose of exploration. We're explorers. So my sister Kiana and her smile, and just this love that she brings into the family, and it felt like this reunion with all our inner childs. We were all playing together, and I felt my parents, and it was them when they were how they looked like when I was a child. They looked younger, and they were smiling at us, just happy that we were all just playing around. And he was playing the flute music, and every time he did this flute sound that would go high pitched all the way down, like it was just this familiarity of like, oh my gosh, I am home. And it was then actually when I asked ayahuasca, I was like, what is this place? Like, I dreamt this as a kid. And she's like, this is the womb. You are safe here. You are protected. And I opened my eyes again and just looking at my estros with just pure light and pure compassion, and just everything was interconnected, and really recognizing that I'm in this place of belonging that's always exists inside of us. And I got up and I was crying. My estro came in, he gave me the biggest hug. And when you're on ayahuasca and you're feeling this true, authentic human connection, you're really feeling it. You're really just, your soul is just open to being fed by this. And cleans me of tobacco. And he said, I'm home. I feel at home. And then I was like, but I don't want to leave this home. You know, I was like, I want to stay. He's like, what's my heart? And he's like, that home is always with you. You now have cleaned the inner temple and recognize it. And it was just like, wow. And this peace and comfort. And I sat back down. And now the medicine's a lot lighter, but I'm just sitting in just pure compassion and pure peace and pure love. And it's very calming because in this moment, I'm able to still have these conversations, connections with Mother. And, you know, ask her many things about, you know, life purpose. I have a brand called Rebirth I've been doing for 8 years. And I get to a stuck point where I don't know what to do with it. And she was saying, just hold it tightly and bring your inner child in it. This is a message of your inner child. Mother showed me that home truly is always with us. That when we clean our inner temple, when we're open to it, we're going to recognize our loved ones come in. We're going to be with our inner child. And our inner child is one of our greatest teachers. You know, we learn from them for the now, and also to bring us into our older self. And when we disconnect from our inner child, we're disconnecting from home. We're disconnecting from a sense of belonging. And sometimes the inner child, it just really just needs a hug, needs to get out. I just want to explore more of that. I think as humans, we take ourselves way too seriously sometimes. But the true purpose is being these lights of love, doing your duties, doing the things that you have to do, working out your sadhana. Carry your inner child with you. Carry them with you. I promise it is the most healing thing. If you are going to take ayahuasca, ask her, I want to know more of my inner child. I want to be out with my inner child. And you will feel that. You will feel that, because what Mother does is it connects you back to your roots. It connects you back to who you are. And who you are is this innocence. Who you are is this being of light that is ready to bloom. And we've dimmed our light for so long. Many times we dim our light. And I'm tired of dimming my light. Now I went to bed feeling full of peace. And the thing with the medicine is that she sits with you still for a few days after, you know, even though your mind tells you you're not in it. There's still this dissection period, and I'm going to be doing that. I believe I will be doing it for the rest of my life. Lots of love from Valle Sagrado. And if you feel the need, you want to talk about this and you want to share your experience in the comments, if you have any disagreements, anything I've said that maybe doesn't make sense, feel free to comment them below. I want this place to be a safe place where people can feel the need to express themselves. Once again, I will be putting in the description Wilkamayu Spirit. And what I'm doing is a 5-day retreat. Tomorrow I'll do Wachuma. And my intention for doing Wachuma tomorrow is to explore more of that inner child with me, to be now more interactive in this playground of Pachamama. Lots of love, lots of blessings. Ciao, ciao.